According to Nielsen, TV is the most heavily consumed media platform, and more than 90% of adults listen to radio each week. Imagine advertising on TV and radio, reaching millions of potential donors with your message at a fraction of the cost. Find out how with TWCPSA's TV, cable, and radio advertising on your budget. Hunter is the development director for a nonprofit organization that wanted to expand. She had everything in place to retain her current donors, but was not seeing much progress with acquiring new donors. Hunter called TWCPSA and told us her story. She buys lists and sends email, direct mailings, and newsletters out, and they have a social media presence. But she said, people that don't know us just throw out the mailings and ignore the email, newsletters, and posts. Maybe if we could advertise on one or two big platforms, people would know who we were and check us out. Hunter did her research and looked into various platforms that have mass appeal, like banners, billboards, TV, and radio, but they were too expensive. She even hired a producer to record and distribute a radio PSA to get free airings, but it didn't receive much airtime. Hunter also had her staff try to call stations, but they were only able to get them aired locally. Hunter saw our presentation about how we specialize in getting free public service advertising for nonprofits, and she called us. At TWCPSA, we are media distribution specialists. Producers specialize in production, not distribution. They do not spend time contacting stations like we do to get your PSA aired or take the time to send PSA directors the spots in their requested format. TWCPSA knows how to get your PSA approved for free airtime. We discussed her situation further and agreed to do an introductory campaign, a radio campaign that would run for 3 months with an option to extend. Hunter told us that the weekly updates and monthly dashboards that she received were easy to understand. Her board members were impressed when they received station and weekly data, impressions and value, CPM, maps, and more. Hunter's board members were further impressed by the increase in donations, and they extended the campaign. After a few radio campaigns, they had enough in their budget to release a TV, cable, and radio campaign. They are very happy with TWCPSA. You can get thousands of free airings on TV, cable, and radio on a limited budget with help from TWCPSA. We are media distribution specialists and are committed to getting your PSAs aired free. Build memorability, raise awareness, attract new donors, and increase contributions and volunteers for your organization with help from TWCPSA. Ask us to put together a media plan for your organization at no cost or obligation. You can afford a TWCPSA campaign on your budget. The Weatherall Company, Public Service Advertising.